Hello! Happy New Year!
So today we are doing a dining review for everybody. And where are we?
We are at Wilderness Lodge checking out Storybook Dining with Snow White over at Artist Point.
I hope you brought your empty stomachs, because we sure did. Stick around.
We just sat down and I love it. So going off of the menu, I love this because it actually looks like a satchel, kind of like what the prince would wear. But starting off, you have a little bit of a story inside, and then you have what the menu is like. So you have shared appetizers and shared desserts, and then you pick your own entree. So that's really cool. And then on top of that, you have wickedly refreshing cocktails. I think that's so cute. I got one myself. And then on the next page you have wine, beers, and other drinks. And then finally, you hit the end. Here we have the Hunter's Pie. This has chicken, black truffle, and then it also comes with a stone fruit preserve. So let's try it. Oh my gosh, that's so good. It's so fun, and it's so cute and tiny, but it's really delicious, really full of flavor.
Now I am going to try the winter squash bisque. So this has a caramel lollipop and granola as well. Let's give it a taste. That's really, really good. It has kind of a creamy texture, like your basic tomato soup. Kind of tastes a little bit like clam chowder though. It's kind of an interesting taste. I kind of like it.
Right here we do have the Wicked Shrimp Cocktail. So it's just your average shrimp, and it has soy, miso, avocado, and Thai chili and greens. So it's kind of like their salad thing. But let's give it a quick little taste.
It's a big shrimp.
It's really good. It's really buttery and smooth, very fresh. I like it.
I got the veal shank, and so my favorite part of it is actually celery root mash. I thought it was mashed potatoes. No, so much better. But that says something because it's about the only thing that's really good. So the veal is just kind of bland and doesn't have a lot of taste to it, and so it's well cooked, but not my favorite thing.
I got the Royal Prime Rib Roast. Plating looks excellent. It's horseradish mashed potatoes, hay smoked carrots, covered in au jus with
Yorkshire pudding.
With a pudding. So
Yorkshire pudding.
Yeah, Yorkshire pudding. Let's give it a taste. It's a really good thick cut of meat. The au jus is really, really good, but kind of the same thing with Aaron's veal. Tasting it, it just wasn't the best seasoned. It's good. It's cooked well, but it's kind of bland. I hate to say it. It looks beautiful. The rest of it tastes really, really good, but it's just a little bland.
I got Bashful's Butter Poached Snapper. As Zach said, the plating, very good, very nice. So it has the root vegetable ricotta and wild mushrooms and citrus butter sauce. So let's give it all a try. It sounds interesting. It's really good. It's quite flavorful. The citrus is there. It's a little overpowering, but it works with the fish that is very light. So it's a light meal. I like it.
Favorite, the gooseberry pie with the meringue topping. And then I have Dopey's favorite, a sponge cake, wild berry buttercream icing, and some chocolate gems from the mine. And then Snow White's favorite, the poison apple, white chocolate mousse with a sour center.
Ooh.
Enjoy, guys.
I'm going to try the fairy tale gooseberry pie, and this is a meringue and gooseberry. Literally what it says on the menu. So let's give it a taste. Oh wow, that's... Ooh.
Very strange looking.
Let's give it a taste. Oh wow, that is very sweet.
But it's gooseberry pie.
Plumpy's favorite.
If you like sweet, it is very, very good. But I am not a pie fan, so I'm probably the worst person to give for reviewing this. All in all, though, it's not bad. Texture's a little interesting, but it's good. Flavor-wise, it's very good. It has a good citrus taste to it, but it's good.
The Miner's Treasures, and this is Dopey's favorite snack. And so it is a sponge cake with chocolate gems and a buttercream icing. So as you can see, the little gems are chocolate, and it's green, and it's cute, and it's got Dopey's hat on it. So it's adorable, and I'm kind of resembling Dopey, so. That's really good. It's not too sweet. Very crumbly. Buttercream icing is great with it. It's all in all great dessert.
There's a white chocolate and an apple mousse, and then there's a sour center. So it's really cute though, but you can see the little apple, so let's just try it. I didn't die, I promise. Ooh. It actually is slightly sour. It's really good though. It's very fun, and the mousse is very light, which is really nice. I'm never usually a fan of white chocolate, but it's not overpowering. But overall, really good, and you know, I guess it wasn't poison for me tonight.
I don't know. Hopefully the forest friends helped me with that today.
Oh, the rodent's good. Introduce disease.
The rodent.
Come. Your attire does unfortunately remind me of someone I know.
Thank you. I think. Maybe not.
I don't think that's good.
I don't think so.
They're not
But
the
that's what I was
closest of
going
friends.
for. But I.
Is this your huntsman? Yes. And you follow orders?
Yes.
Well,
Yes. You want any hot? I'll grab it for you.
perhaps we'll start with the hot cake, right? What if I told you to hunt a princess for me?
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, she's right there. We can't touch it.
We certainly can.
Oh, we can? Oh. So we just finished dinner. It was, all in all, a decent experience. It was great. There was some pros, there was some cons, but all in all, it was a pretty good meal. So we started off with the appetizers, and those are really fresh, very well done. Throughout the whole entire meal, the one thing that was absolutely present was how they presented every dish to you. So that was really good. Yeah. So all of the appetizers were really fresh, very well done. The soup was amazing. The shrimp
I really
was
like that
great.
soup.
Yeah.
I loved the
And what was the
hunter's
third
pie.
one?
Hunter's pie.
Hunter's pie.
Ooh,
So
that
good.
was good too.
Stole my heart.
All in all, really good. Started off really high with those appetizers. Would come back again for the appetizers.
With the entrees, all in all, I think Alex had the best dish
Oh, yeah.
of the
No.
night. His snapper, the
Really
lemon and the
fresh.
citrus was really, really good with it. My prime rib, my biggest, to start, really big cut of meat.
Huge.
It was a big cut of
Yeah.
meat. It was, the presentation was phenomenal. It was cooked very, very well. It was like, that was all good. My only problem with it was that it wasn't seasoned at all. It was just a cut of meat. It wasn't that good. The sauce on top of it was good, but you can't rely solely on the sauce for a cut of meat. Like, you gotta season. Like, that's, I'm sorry, to me that's
Chef
culinary
101.
That's chef 101. You
Yeah.
gotta season it a little bit. So that kind of took points off for me. Aaron, what was it that you were talking about with your
The veal.
the veal? That was weird.
So, as I like to cook a lot, and so I've learned that with veal, you want to cook it more rare, medium rare. So a little bit still bloody. This was very overcooked. So it became very stringy, and then it actually was presented and tasted like a braised beef, which I'm really not that much of a fan of. If I knew that, I wouldn't have ordered it. So was really not impressed with it.
And again, something
Yeah.
that I said with my prime rib, it didn't
Not
taste
seasoned.
seasoned. Like
Yeah.
that. Like that's something that really frustrated
Come
me
on.
Yeah.
with that, was that
Also-
it wasn't seasoned well.
They've been open for about a month now, so their learning period is somewhat over. They should have this down to a science by now, so I'm really disappointed that they're making these minor beginning mistakes this late in the game.
Yeah.
Especially when we went and checked out our beer guests, like we did a review on that, and everything was perfect.
Oh,
And that was
we
the
were
second
there.
day. That was the second day, and it was
So
spot on accurate.
why not here?
Yeah.
But
No.
anyways,
Dessert.
Yes.
so dessert, they were themed really great, really really cute, really fun.
Ooh, wait. Give your opinion on the. Sorry, I'll put in a video right now. We forgot to review one thing. This was the Huntsman
My heart.
It was ganache heart and
My
caramel
heart.
popcorn. That was with dry ice. But what was your opinion on that, real quick?
So with the ganache heart, was the plating was really cute, really great theming again with it, but the chocolate heart, it was kind of weird. Like,
Yeah.
because you think a ganache heart, you think of just chocolate, and there was something weird inside that it didn't tell us. It was weird. It was like an oozing heart.
Yeah,
I don't know. But the maple popcorn was my favorite
Yeah, it
thing.
was good. So good.
That was really good.
All right.
But then the rest of the desserts, like I said, great theming, but very sweet. I am not really a sweets fan.
You know this
I
from
like,
me.
yeah, me too. And so they were very sweet. I only took like a bite. Oh well.
Now, next part that's very important. This was a character meal. So, Alex, talk about the characters a little bit.
So the characters that you met today that we all met was Dopey, Grumpy, the Evil Queen, and Snow White. And at the beginning of our meal, we got these little apple cards. They have, I don't know if you can clearly see, but there's little signatures on them. So this was wrapped up in our napkin.
So cute.
Anyway, they were super great, super cool. Always love meeting Grumpy and Dopey. You don't get to meet them anywhere. You just see them in parade. So it's really great to actually interact with them
They were fun.
at a resort or anywhere in general. So that was a really high plus point for this meal. You get to meet some really rare, unique characters that you don't normally get to see.
The queen, though. Oh, the
Yes, Queen.
We had to throw a yes queen in there, okay?
Of
Thank you.
She is
But-
the Queen.
She was
But no,
great.
I have to agree with Alex on this. That meal, really the only thing that's keeping me with bonus points for this was the characters. The characters really
yeah.
did do an amazing job here.
They were
very, very
awesome.
good.
So
So
fun.
good.
Lastly, I just kind of wanted to talk about the pricing and kind of like, was it worth it a little bit meal-wise? So, again, it was $55 a person, 33 for adults, 33 for children. We each had alcohol as well. Alex and I each had a glass of wine. Aaron
Adam
had,
Merlot. And what did you have?
it was a Sauv Blanc.
Okay.
But, I mean, we each had a glass of wine. You had your scotch, which was awesome. That was
So
really, really
good.
cool.
I want that again.
The presentation carried through over to the drink as
yeah.
well.
Yeah, the
So
presentation
like
for that was really,
10
really
out of
good.
10 on presentation. Like
So
they got it
good.
in
Yeah.
the bag.
But each of our meals came out to over after tip and everything over $80 a person again.
Yeah.
Same thing with Be Our Guest. It was about the same amount. However, the one thing that kind of gives a plus note to this restaurant, in my opinion, is that it is a one table service credit.
Yes.
That is huge
For
because,
characters.
especially for characters, most character
4
places,
characters.
yeah, for 4 characters. A lot of places with characters just in general are 2.
Yeah.
They're 2 table service credits. So, a one table service credit, a unique resort. It's close by to the Magic Kingdom.
Oh yeah.
Easy boat ride.
Easy
if
boat
you're
ride.
Visiting.
The food is actually not. It's not bad. Okay, we're not.
No.
We're not saying the food was bad.
No,
it was just it's a review, so we're gonna be critical.
Yeah.
of
It was
we said earlier, it was like, okay, yours was okay, yours was meh.
And
meh.
yours was good.
Mine
and
was
it
good.
was like, okay, that's okay, but nothing great.
Yeah, but this
Nothing
is also our opinion.
Yeah,
Like,
so.
who knows? You could have liked the veal the way it was made here.
Maybe
like,
you like
maybe we
braised
don't
beef.
know. Yeah.
I
So
know.
everyone's different. So this is just our take on it. But it was a pleasant experience. We all had fun.
I would say if you were paying for it outright, maybe I'd pick somewhere else personally. However, if you're on the dining plan and you have kids and you really want to see characters, or you just want to get away from a park and go to a resort to eat, this is a great option.
Oh,
the
yeah.
food wasn't bad, and for a one table service credit, that's actually really, really good, especially a unique character dining experience that
Oh, yeah.
was. Final reviews.
Ooh.
Aaron,
Yeah.
score out of 10. What would you give it?
Score out of 10, I would probably give it about a 6.5 or 7. Big knockoff for the food, but I really loved the atmosphere, the trees coming out of the walls and
that was
everything.
so
That was
cool.
so cool. The music, I need the musical.
Yes.
They kept hearing me. I was like, this song. And they used different music from different areas, and like the Peter Pan movies. They did everything.
They thought
so
of everything.
great. But again, food was meh. It was kind of all together. It was good, but nothing great. So probably give it about a 7.
My review, food-wise, my food was actually really good. It was one of the best dishes, so I can't complain there. I'm gonna grade it an 8 in my opinion, but that's mostly carried over through the characters and the atmosphere, like Aaron was saying. You don't get to see these characters. I've said that a lot, but like you don't get to see these characters anywhere. So actually interacting with them is a treat in its own. So that is something to hold really tightly and kind of sail through. It's a really great experience for the whole entire family. What about you, Zach?
For me, it's hard because, like I said, $80. That's even with
It
Disney
hurts.
pricing, that's a hard bill, and especially if the food isn't. I mean, it is a restaurant. The main objective is the food. Yeah, the characters are great. Yeah, the atmosphere is great, but it comes down to the food. So that's the one thing that I kind of was upset about. So I'm gonna give it 2 different grades.
Okay.
If you are buying it outright, I would give it more of a 5.5 to a 6.
Yeah.
Fair.
If you are on the dining plan for a 1 table service credit, 7.5, 8.
Yeah.
I'd say if you are on the dining
good.
plan, this is a very good restaurant to go to. The food might not be the absolute best in the world, in our opinions, from what we had tonight this one time. But for 1 table service credit, this is a very good option, especially since
agree with
it's
that.
the same
Yeah.
pricing as Be Our Guest. I know. So that is going to do it for this dining review. I hope you guys enjoyed this. We will catch you on the flip side, and we will see you next time on
The
EAZ.